Hi everybody,
Hello,
I'm Z Gamer,
I'm May.
and today,
We're doing a special kick-ass gaming, kind of.
yeah, what are we doing?
We're doing Titanic Honor and Glory.
Okay, so a little background on this. If you haven't gathered from my other stuff, I'm an insanely huge Titanic nut, and by that I mean I've been studying this damn ocean liner for about 21 years. Also, yes, I'm still well aware it sinks no matter how much I study it. The group at Vintage Digital Revival, also known as Four Funnels Entertainment, are currently in the process of creating a AAA game on the Titanic that starts you out in Southampton, um, and you have to slip aboard the Titanic and clear your name. You've been accused of a crime, and you have to follow the murderer or whatever it is on board and clear your name. Well, they are working with a multitude, and I mean a multitude, of amazing, renowned Titanic experts in the field. And they are working together to create this wonderful game that will be a full, faithful recreation of the ship. It's going to be for a brand new generation. It's for PC. We don't have a date on it yet. We just have a little bit of information. But the big thing is you want to if you can, check them out. Like I said at the bottom, you can see it's www.titanichg.com. They are also the ones who did the real-time sinking that has gone viral a couple of years ago. That everybody thought was amazing, which I, myself included. What did you think of it?
It sank.
It sank.
It was nice though. It was a little live stream of
Yes, they did a live stream
sinking.
and talked about everything. So, anyway, without much further ado, we're going to start the demo. These demos are completely free. They're available on the site. They are also available in VR. So if you're somebody who likes VR, you've got that going for you. So this is Southampton they're recreating right now. Like I said, this is an early test demo. Don't.
Then the long train ride through Ireland to Belfast. Not a bad ride, but excruciatingly long. Check in at the guest house in the town proper, quick supper, quick sleep, quick breakfast, and a hop on the local train here to the Holland and Wolff shipyard. Fortunately, it was punctual. I was worried about being tardy for being 3 hours early. My darling Claire always said to me, "Robin, you better get out of the house right now and go be useful for someone." She always did lovingly encourage me to show up for work early and give my best effort.
So anyway, what we have here is part of their Southampton. Basically, the Titanic was. Wait,
This is Belfast.
This is Belfast.
It said it right in the beginning.
Sorry, threw me off. So we're in Belfast, Ireland.
Be no different from the Olympic. They're structurally identical. The Olympic underwent these trials months ago, so this should be a simple repeat. I board, observe her during the sea trials, vote aye or nay on her certification, and then I ride her back to Southampton. Come on, Robin, you can't mess this one up, as Claire always told me.
Alright, so we have the Titanic at Belfast, Ireland, right before her tree.
Let's look at the positive. The weather broke, and now I've been given the opportunity to board the Titanic advance of the trials. This gives me a bit of time to really admire the beauty of the ship before I have to scrutinize every last aspect of her functionality.
Huh. That's cool.
I don't know how you get to the.
There's a way to get to the ship, I'm sure.
Unless this is all they've done.
No, there's a way into the ship. You can go back to the main menu if we have to, and we'll go to the ship. But so this demo was released to celebrate. It's, like I said, it's the Belfast one. They're also working on a Southampton one. That's what threw me off. Belfast, Ireland is where the Titanic was constructed. Right next to the Olympic. You saw outside the
I
left.
had better find my way aboard. But I suppose there isn't reason for too much haste. No one else has even arrived yet, it seems. Plenty of time to explore if I desire.
Oh, that's cool.
So you're sneaking.
Oh, it's over there.
I'm quite surprised by the amount of confidence the industry is placing into this ship. She's not even certified yet, and her first ticketed voyage is just a week from now. No room for failure on these trials, I suppose. It's like getting dressed up for a date when you haven't even begun your courtship yet. How do you know if you'll be rejected or not? I learned that one the hard way.
So you're sneaking on board, yeah?
No. This is just a free trial to just look at stuff and. You're gonna in the final game. You're supposed to have a fully explorable Southwest or Southampton, which is where the Titanic leaves.
Belfast Lock is beautiful, with the hills around it and the morning fog. It reminds me of what I always imagined Puget Sound would be like. A man sure can make a living out in Seattle, if he can hold off the plague.
So this is just something they put together. I think they're probably using a lot of the same stand-ins they do for Southampton. But as a way for people to experience a week before the Titanic set sail, she went through her short sea trials, which lasted approximately 6 hours. Like you heard in the demo, if you've heard it over my loud voice. The Olympic was already constructed and in service at this point, which is the almost identical ship to the...
I see they're doing all they can to extend my travel time. How do I find my way through this mess?
You're gonna have to climb this.
Yeah? Or can I just go around? Nope, I have to go around.
So close to the aft gangway.
And obviously in the final game we're going to have a lot of people populated and stuff like that, but... Doop 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 doop. We go on board. I think in VR this would be absolutely incredible.
They couldn't simply move these signs out of the way. This vessel has triple screws. Yes, I feel the same way right now too, thank you.
Apparently I can't go in that way.
There's a little thing over there, but...
There's a gangway over there.
What?
There's a gangway over there.
What is a gangway?
The gangway is the thing I was just walking on. It's away from the dock to the ship. It would go that way. So how do I get there? This is kind of cool. What do you think so far?
I like it.
Do you? Alright.
I was excited for you to put it.
Me too.
There's so much hype.
There it is. But not hype in the traditional EA sense. Fuck me. Not in the traditional like EA sense, but hype in the sense of the Titanic community. We're happy to have a new generation. This game originally started on the Unreal 3 engine. It's currently rocking the Unreal 4.
How the fuck do you get over there? Dome.
You just can't beat that train carriage arrangement. It really stretched my cognitive abilities. People simply aren't stimulated enough these days. Claire tells me that every night. Since the aft gangway is blocked, I'll board here through the first class.
So that was cool. But yeah, like I said, if you get a chance, they've got some available options for donations. I'm gonna eventually throw some money their way to get a donation in. Like they've got if you donate $1, it's the Rivet perk. 3 million people did it, and they'll be listed. Well, that's cool.
That's cool.
Most first-class spaces should be accessible at the moment, but I may be able to venture down to third class for a spell through Scotland Road on Eden. I believe
That's
I'm
not good.
boarding before anyone else. Robin, right now you're the most handsome man on the Titanic.
Oh, I can't get to the staircase. It doesn't finished yet. That's okay though. Oh wait, no. Can I go up? I'm on the aft staircase, so I don't have the true dome, but... So there were two dubbed grand staircases on the Titanic. There was the forward one and there was the aft one. We are currently on the the aft one, which does not contain the honor and glory clock, I don't believe. Unless something changed.
I shouldn't venture too far on deck. The Board of Trade members may board soon, and I'm expected to meet them.
So there's the deck for... they're not going to let me up.
Nope.
But we get a glimpse of the dome, which looks absolutely stunning. I'm not going to lie. God, that looks beautiful. You couldn't let me just have the grand staircase.
I'm not tired.
Cabins upon cabins upon cabins upon cabins upon cabins upon cabins.
Apparently, everything's supposed to be accessible at some point. Like, they are mapping out every single inch of this so that we can explore. And if there's a particular cabin you want to know about, let's say you had a family member on board or something, you can actually go to their cabin. One of the cool things that they talked about having is, in addition to that, they have discovered several things.
Love the wood detail.
Oh my god.
Here. It's absolutely perplexing. Now that's a craft I can really respect. Lovely wood. I've always been fond of wood. When younger, I used to cut wood for the poor folks 2 streets over. My neighbors started calling me Robin Wood. They always laughed, but I don't know why. I wore that title proudly.
Oh, sweet. Solarama. And this is one of the high class. Or this might be a one of the cruise cabins. I think that's right off of. Oh my. By the time this comes out, I kind of want VR. Just because I think this would be one of those games that would be incredible to watch in VR.
It's gonna be difficult to record, but
Yeah.
we'll figure it
Like,
out.
look at that. That's the grand staircase. Can I do the whole Ken Marshall painting? Not quite yet. They have done an incredible job here.
I always thought the grand staircase was bigger.
Not really. People back then were a lot smaller. Their average
True.
was. But that dome. Wrought iron and stained glass. And that is the clock. This will be the French Cafe Parisien.
It really does remind you of Paris, though excepting the smell of overflowing sewage. The wonderful memories are coming back to me of that city.
So yeah, they've managed to make some major discoveries while mapping this ship. Among them, hidden staircases that aren't normally talked about or thought about. They've discovered several different things. Oh, look at all the cool tools. They have found. Where am I in? I think this is the first class. Let's see, for breakfast we could have baked apples, fresh fruit, British sausage, black pudding. They also have American breakfast, mutton chops. With coffee, cocoa, chocolate. The American one. Oh, no. I hit something wrong. It's the first class dining room?
Odd that this room would have its tables already set. Mr. Gotti hasn't even boarded yet. Oh well, top marks for presentation.
Maybe. No. That, and well, I don't know how accurate the movie is, but First Class was a little bit more fancy.
Yeah, this has got to be one of the private dining rooms. Or this might have been the dining room. It's not the first. Well, it's something.
It's something, but I don't think it's first class.
It's. Let's see if we can slip down towards the purser's office, which is located on C deck here.
I wonder if the barber will be on board for the run to Southampton. Lord knows I should fancy a shave after my journey here. Speaking of barbers, I'm quite glad old Harry is there to look after Claire while I'm away. They always were fond of each other, and when my son was born, Harry was particularly fond of him, never missing a birthday. See, this is the kind
That's
of friend
obvious.
a man really needs.
What?
His presence seems to
What's that?
even alleviate her hysteria condition.
No, how are you hearing the story he just said?
Mm-hmm.
It's very odd. Dane tells me his son is not his son.
Oh, wow. That may not.
Never know.
So we're at the C class cabin.
There's a door open back there. To your left. Oh, JK.
Pio and Marconi Saloon. So that's the wireless saloon. I'm learning more about the things I didn't even know existed.
Blankets.
An old-fashioned Irish whiskey.
You could go more that way.
It's the same thing as this, I believe. My knowledge of Titanic is decent.
it's just... Sorry.
No, you're good. It's cool. There's so many nooks and crannies, I'm sure, in this demo.
I never really believed... I never really understood how many freaking cabins there were.
There's a lot of people up inside to see one of the cabins. I think we haven't even made it to second class.
This is still first class, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Bathroom number 10. Because some of these cabins didn't have their own bathrooms or anything. There we go. There's the purser's office. Okay, so this is the main grand staircase. The one we saw was the aft grand staircase. I was backwards. Yes, this is the purser.
Soon this area will be bustling with passengers anxiously sending telegrams and complaining about the most trivial of matters. I consider it a blessing that I will not be around to witness that. The lifts are out of order. That's fine. Real men don't take lifts. Lifts are for women, Claire says. Robin, take the long way up.
Alrighty. Yes, this is the diner. So, these...
I especially commend them for modifying the bulkhead. I never cared much for what was on the Olympic.
Okay, so that is a reference to, and this is something me and May watched. These windows you see directly in front of us were actually a discovery by the team on how these windows looked, because they were thought to be identical to Olympic, and it turns out they weren't. They were actually different, and so one of the cool things they did was they discovered that those windows are different and fixed it for our for this demo. And so that kind of research is one of those continual things that makes us exceptionally happy.
The chairs are in the way.
Yeah, that they are putting in so much loving attention and
I
detail.
see many of the tables are already set. There will be a fine banquet here for company and partner representatives, myself included, along with the one and only paying passenger joining us on our way to Southampton this evening.
But yeah, they are doing an incredible job just working authentically to discover everything they can. And that's where we came in. It's that kind of little effort there to just ensure that everything is right that really just sets this game apart, in my opinion, and makes me extremely happy.
This is glorious. You can near well see half the length of the ship in this corridor.
Second class stewards all stay here. Yeah, this is the famous Scotland Road. Scotland Road ran nearly the length of the ship, and it was an easy way for everybody to access anything they needed.
Oh dear, the door is open. Perhaps I'm not supposed to look in here, but I can't pass up this opportunity for a little adventure. Where are the workers? Oh, if Claire were here. Well, I suppose they're likely firing up the other boiler.
Yay!
These machines are massive. 29 on board, propelling the ship through the water like an untamed beast. I anxiously await their performance during the sea trial shortly. Finally free and not held back from anything. No Mr. Tundry in sight. Just freedom.
So, compare that to what you saw in Titanic Adventure at a Time. We played that shortly, about a week ago. I played a little bit of that for possibly a segment, but I don't think we're going to. But there's the boiler rooms. That is cool. Their work has been I'm learning more than I even did by looking at this, and that's why I'm excited. Is they are really going to map almost every nook and cranny of this. How high does this go? I'm going to enjoy this. How high does this go?
How by Edward did I get myself here? Climbing too high, I think. No, Robin, it's not your time to get your angel wings just yet. No, not just yet.
I'm assuming that's one of the guys on the team as an Easter egg. Petty officers lobby, petty officers.
This open space looks like a fine spot for gathering and mingling between all parts of Europe as they make their journey across the pond to the New World. Perhaps a place on the west coast, like Seattle.
Okay, Seattle is a reference to, I believe, some of the crew who are working on this game are based in Seattle. It's so cool!
I know!
Like, it just...
I'm just loving your reactions.
Oh, wow. We are in the third-class dining saloon.
A stark contrast from the first-class accommodations, I should say, but still a major improvement from the other liners I've inspected. In all honesty, I envy these people in the lower class. The world is open to them. They move to America and build their future how they choose. They could be loggers, for example. But father wanted me to be a surveyor like he and his father. No logging for you, Robin. Now wash your ears.
I think he has a thing for wood.
Well, Robin, now you're the second most handsome man on the Titanic.
I'd be able to lose myself for hours. Where the band is. Can't jump.
On down to the food stores, crew compartments, and stern of the ship. No need to go this way.
Oh, that's cool. They've got all these included if you put on it in the demo.
Okay, you keep playing. I need to stop.
Okay. That leads to boiler room 5, boiler room 6. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, I love that. This is so cool.
What's going on?
So they have listed with these information everybody who they know's cabin. Like this is Laura Francatelli, who was secretary to Lady Duff Gordon, who they all survived the sinking, including Sir Cosmo himself. They were actually in boat number 1, which held 12 people, and they got a whole lot of flack for that. But yes, and they're listing, Pauline and Dorothy Gibson, Edward Callahan and Spencer Silverthrone, you know. And then this is what they did. Like, if you look over here, I'm like, okay, let's see this side. Look up. It's so cool. Like, oh. Deck is the lowest deck. Oh, the Turkish bath.
A nice Arabian motif with cooling colors as passengers relax after their time in the baths. But what a poor state these workers left it in.
They have actually gone down into the Turkish bath, I believe.
Who on earth is that lucky dog testing out the electric bath? And I believe I see a sliver of the plunge bath as well.
The pool.
You'll be able to see it in the full one, I'm sure.
Oh yes, you'll be able to see all of this and open everything. I like how they have everything named.
I'd hate to be corded back here in such a cramped cubby, the walls bearing down on you like all the troubles, hopes, and deepest desires you dare not dwell upon.
Head back up. I don't know. What it was to do. I'm curious the map. Huh, it also works for a controller. Let me see that real quick. See if it natively works. Bear with us for 2 seconds. Because if this works via controller, holy hell. By the way, babe, I'm buying this as it comes out.
That's fine.
I like I said, I don't know if it'll be this year, but damn it, it's cool. Oh. And I'm assuming the blurriness is because I'm pushing my PC a bit. I have this completely rendered in the highest quality you can render it. And epic. So...
It's only blurry when you turn, though.
And I think that's a setting they'll probably fix. But like... Just the stuff like this, the little off cabin, all that. They have done such a phenomenally, a beautiful job. Oh, Isidore and Ida Strauss, and then there's their maid, their servants, their sitting room.
That's depressing.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave a comment on their Facebook. I don't know if they'll see it, but I just want to shout out. Just Jack Thayer. This is just paper food a surgeon of Wisconsin. Of the Widener universe. Oh, wow. This is just beyond cool.
Executive at Quaker Oats.
Doctor in the field of chronic joint diseases. Okay. Second class promenade. Restaurant manager, assistant surgeon, chief steward, to the ship's surgery, ship's surgeon, pioneer, William D. Stead. He was a famous author. The Palm Room. So I need to know what's over here, so I have that answered, so I don't feel dumb. The a la carte. Of course. Why didn't I realize? God, this is cool. I'm just natively working for. I mean, you don't see this in pre-alpha work. I'm not gonna lie. Um, you know, pre-alpha gameplay. People have worried that they've taken forever, and how come? And honestly, you know what? I am thoroughly. He wasn't a father yet. Francis Brown gave us all the known photos we have of the Titanic interior during its time. He was actually offered passage by an American couple that liked him so much, so he telegraphed his bishop, who told him absolutely not. Which is why his pictures are still, okay.
I'm sad that it doesn't say anything about the grand staircase.
This is the app one. Andrew's cabin.
I see Tommy Andrews is already on board. Why does this surprise me? His drawings are scattered about like toys in a nursery. Well, I shouldn't intrude here any longer.
I don't care what anybody says, Mr. Andrews, you made an amazing ship. Let's go this way.
I suppose this won't be open anytime soon. A shame. I would enjoy nothing more than a cup of tea and to sit with a book in the lounge and, well, the lounge.
So I'm sure there's a ton more.
You just can't get to it. Have you already seen everything?
I don't know. I think there's a lot of. There might be stuff I'm missing, I'm sure. Countess of Roths. Huh. Oh, that's so cool! That's so cool! That's the cabin we have in the game. C-73 with Snuffles.
That's ironic.
Oh no! Oh,
He never went back on a ship.
if he survived. Let me come back over here. That's so cool. That's my cabin from Titanic Adventure in Time. Cabins. These are first class cabins too.
No, you've been this way.
Yeah. So that's the thing that gets me. Is they're not very big,
They're not.
and they're first class.
So you can only think of what third class would be.
It's little details like that I think are cool.
The walls.
The inlays and just everything being just. Grand staircase. Okay. That never gets old. So yeah, I think we've done most of this demo.
Yeah, I think you've been this way too.
Yep, because this will lead me to the F deck. So. So on that note, I think I'm gonna call it.
We did pretty good. We got 43 minutes up, or 40.
So anyway, before we officially sign off, once again, the game is called Titanic Honor and Glory. I'm going to shamelessly plug them, www.titanichg.com. Give them a donation. They've got donations and perks available where for a $50 donation, you get the game. And for so much, you get added to the game. They've got a ton of different options. They could really use the support. They're working extremely hard around the clock trying to get this done. They're doing research and combined with the Titanic channel, which is an online channel. That is doing just amazing work to bring this ship to life. And this is the first time I've played the demo. I've been meaning to for a while, and I haven't got a chance to. And I will say I am 100% thoroughly impressed. This is crazy amazing good. The fact that everything is seen, everything is done. Everything is labeled. There's things I didn't know existed, which is just beyond immeasurable. What do you think?
I like it. I'm excited for when it gets done.
Yes, they don't have a tentative date. I'm imagining it'll probably end up being sometime in 2019, but they're going to keep us posted, and then this will be available for VR too, which I think will be absolutely amazing. So this is demo number 3 we're playing. So feel free to check it out yourselves. Go online. Go to, once again, www.titanichg.com, and you can download the demo and play just like we did. If you have a VR set, they actually have it set up to be VR equipped. So on behalf of myself, who's giddily excited, I'm Z Gamer.
I'm Mary.
And this was
Kick-Ass Gaming featuring Titanic Honor and Glory.
Yay! Thank you, everybody.